Charlie, take over because I'm going to start blarting.
No, well, as you know, I'm a member of the Birmingham branch of the Burma Star Association. And we actually started, four of us, as you know, Tom and Bill, we started right from the very first time when it was a small gate going into a small field with a little lean-to shed. And we took the service there and dedicated the first 6 trees that were ever planted in the field.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And that was way back, I said, when David Charles first had his dream.
Yes. So you met David?
Of course. And David and I are muckers.
Yeah.
We know each other right from the word go. And along with him, we've always worked our way along with the object of, not only is it a memorial, but it's a garden of remembrance.
Yes.
People have got to remember.
Yes.
It's not all
doom and gloom and...
Like our plot for a start. We've moved 3 times doing our course up there as things have progressed.
Yes.
So now we've got quite a good site. And right from the start, we've gone along with the idea that, like we used to talk about when we was in the services, we'd like to come home and sit in our garden.
Yeah, yeah.
So our plot is not only like an obelisk, it is a garden. You can walk into the garden, nice plants all around. You can sit down and contemplate whatever you want. Very peaceful. And I'd like to emphasise to everybody, that is the Arboretum. It is somewhere to go, very nice, very quiet, and you need, by the way, you need to get there and spend the whole day.
You do.
The most people that come up there, they are so amazed when they get there. The most reaction is, we didn't realise we'll have to come here early. And they're all the same thing because they need time.
One of the memorials that really drew me in was the Far Eastern Prisoner of War Memorial. Just describe that to the listeners.
That originally was the Burma Star plot.
Was it?
Yes, and that's to say the reason. There's various reasons why we moved, but that was originally the Burma Star plot, and it was laid where there was the centre part was supposed to be a tennis court, which is well known in the Burma campaign, but it'd be too long to explain why. But that was our plot at first. But what had happened, our obelisk had been put in on that particular site. It was in the wrong place, facing the wrong way for a start, you know. So they did various things.
Reasons why you had to move.
And then the FIPO came and they'd got such a lot to sort of put there that it was sort of wasn't enough room.
No.
As you know, they've got a big memorial building there with all their artefacts and everything in. So we moved next door to the other plot. And doing that, we're now like a complete unit. But
and it's like a hut, isn't it? A prisoner of war hut.
It's actually a museum.
Yeah.
It's a huge place, very, very, what should I say, very well designed.
Yes.
And nobody can go in there without being moved.
No, they can't.
It's everything. When you walk in, they've even got, you feel as if you're in the Far East.
You do, don't you? And you see the bed.
Yes.
You see, and there's the stories around you.
Exactly. Yes.
How hard it was for these men.
Yes, they're all tapes. People can go and listen to the tapes on all what happened out there.
How long were you in Burma for?
Well, I was. By the way, I'm Navy. By the way, I was in the fleet. I was out there I was out there at the very start. When the Japs first came over. Of course, our ship was the last capital ship to leave Singapore before the Japs took over.
Really?
And so I was in the area taking troops in, supplies in, and everything else for probably a couple of years. Came back again. Then I went out to the finish with on the aircraft carrier HMS Glory.
Right.
Admittedly, it was towards the end, but we saw the finish of the campaign. And what happened was after the main surrender in Japan, they were still fighting down in Bougainville, so we had to go down there. And actually, the last surrender took place on board our ship.
Really, Charlie?
And an Australian general took it. That was in Rebelle, and that was the last official
I mean, what a history, to think that you were there at that history-making moment.
And all these things go on, and the same.
When you sit in your garden of remembrance, are they with you then, lads? Your pals?
It's like talking to you.
Yeah.
Like even when, like I've had the opportunity, like one of the one anniversary we spent in London, and the Duke of Edinburgh came along because he's our patron.
Yes.
And he's
very supportive, isn't he, Charlie?
And he came around, we was having the table, and he came around to every table, and I'm talking to him like I'm talking to you. And when you get him in a situation like that, remember he's talking when he was a junior lieutenant in our time, so we're talking as
equals,
shipmates.
Yeah.
There's no, and it's such a different atmosphere. He's a wonderful man.
Yeah.
And well, everybody's wonderful. In the Arboretum, they've got so many people, and don't forget, they're all volunteers.
Yeah.
They're volunteers who want to do it.
Yes.
And you can't go along, and every time there's always a smile on the face and all the help you need in the world. And by the way, if people are a bit fair, the access, we do have a bus service from Birmingham.
Yes.
Every hour from 9 o'clock in the morning. So if anybody's talking,
really?
Yes, it's Bull Street.
Yeah.
And 9 o'clock in the morning, every hour, and it leaves there and goes to the Arboretum and back again.
If people want to find out more and about the National Memorial, thank you, Charlie.
Yes.
And please give my best wishes to all the lads in the Burma Star. If people want to find out more about the National Memorial Arboretum, what should they do?
They can contact the Arboretum on the main number, which I can.
Please.
Like me to say it now. It's 01283 792 333. Or if you have access to the internet, if you look for the National Memorial Arboretum, there's a wealth of information available on there.